Hi, it's Claire and welcome to Needle Say More. Today I'm going to show you an easy sweatshirt upcycle where the print had started to peel off a sweatshirt. So you can see this rainbow design here is peeling off and it needs a bit of a refresh. So I had these leftover neon threads, so decided to stitch over the top of the rainbow shapes, and I put my machine to the widest zigzag that it could go. I started off by stitching along the semicircles of the rainbow. So I used the pink on the pink arch, I used the yellow on the orange, the yellow on the yellow, and the green on the green. So you have to, if going in a semicircle shape, keep on turning the foot really consistently to make sure you get that nice curved shape and you don't go outside of the lines. You also need to hold down the bit of the design that's peeled back really securely so that it doesn't move when you stitch it and you stitch it back in the wrong place. So this initial bit of stitching was just to secure the rainbow in place and to stop it peeling back any further. And it's kind of the neon part of the design that I liked rather than it was printed, so I was happy that it was stitched down. I reverse stitched at the start and finish of the rainbow to hold it down securely, knowing that I'd be doing further detail to it. So if it wasn't quite perfect, it didn't matter. Then freehand, I drew out some clouds in this little offcut I had left of this kind of fluffy boucle fleece fabric. So I lay the fabric on top and then drew the clouds in it because I wanted them to be the right proportions. And then I cut them out using fabric shears. I did them freehand because I didn't want them to be exactly the same. I wanted them to kind of fit with the design and each one to be a little bit different. So you can see in the video here, I'm just deciding which cloud should go on each side. Once I was happy with the positioning, I pinned them into place. It just makes applique so much easier if it's pinned down, just to stop it slipping. These pins will obviously be removed when I start appliquing, but it's just to give a much better finish. To apply the applique detail, I switched my stitch back to a creamy white colour because I didn't want a neon around the outside of the clouds. I didn't think it would add anything to the design. So I used a zigzag stitch. This time I used a size 5mm zigzag stitch, but on a stitch length of 0.3mm. And I wanted the zigzag to be quite tight together to almost create a solid border all the way around the clouds. When you're doing little clouds like this, you can see in the video I am having to keep the needle down and turn quite frequently to get round the curved shape of the cloud and secure all the edges. I think this boucle teddy fabric works really well at the bottom of the rainbow because it's 3D and it's a much thicker texture, so it adds a really interesting effect to the bottom. I think if I just used like a white felt or something a bit flatter, it wouldn't have had the same effect. To finish off, I trimmed off all these threads just to get it looking really nice and polished, and then it's completed. So this probably only took me about 30 minutes. And it's totally refreshed the sweatshirt and I'm really happy with how it's looking. I think my little one's going to love wearing it.